Hello and welcome. My name is Florencia Colella. I am a farm business educator with Michigan State University Extension. In this video, we will learn about some reports you can extract from QuickBooks. This project is funded by the United States Department of Agriculture and the North Central Risk Management Education Center. So this is a larger view of the QuickBooks home screen, and at the top there is the option for reports. And once you open that, you'll see a lot of different options. For now, we'll focus on the company and financial option highlighted in green. And the first option in the menu to the right is the standard profit and loss statement. You will need this report for a lot of different things. For example, for tax planning, you'll have to look at the standard profit and loss statement for the first 3 quarters, that is January through September, or through October if you have that, to see your income and expenses so far. And then you'll have to forecast your income and expenses for the rest of the year. And looking at last year's income and expenses may help with that. So once you click into that report, you'll be able to show the columns by quarter, by month, by total only, which is the first option at the top of the drop-down menu, which would show a cleaner report with just one number per account. Or another interesting one is showing columns by class towards the bottom of the drop-down list. Having it broken down by class can make it easier for you to forecast income and expenses. And it can also help you see which enterprises are making money and which are not. Here's where you would pick specific dates depending on what you want to see. And in this menu to the left, there's more options for dates, so you can quickly go and see what last year was like. Another report that you will want to look at regularly is the profit and loss detail report. This report shows each transaction, and it will help you pinpoint any errors in your record-keeping entries. Another thing that, although it is not a report, it would be useful for you to know is how to generate a 1099. Recall that Form 1099 has to be filed for each person to whom you have paid at least $600 in rent, custom work, or other types of work, such as a veterinarian, attorney, or accountant. As you can see, there are lots and lots of payments to a farm worker at this farm. If this is contract labor, then by opening the 1099 wizard within the vendors menu, you can generate the 1099 to send them in January. Lastly, we're going to look at the balance sheet. First of all, a reminder that if your account totals in the balance sheet are not matching with your bank statement totals, there is something wrong. So please stay on top of your reconciliation so that those account totals are a true reflection of your bank account totals. And then remember that looking at the profit and loss statement is great, but it does not give a true representation of farm profit as it does not take into account inventory changes. So we use the balance sheet to help us not just see our financial position at a point in time, but also make those inventory adjustments to reach a true estimation of profitability. But year-end inventory adjustments take into consideration a lot of things like crops and feed in storage, growing crops, livestock, prepaid expenses, receivables and payables, and accrued interest. Most farmers do not keep track of all of those things in QuickBooks. It just isn't worth the time investment for them to keep track of all of that during the year. They do it only once a year, and that's enough for them. And the other thing with the balance sheet in QuickBooks is that for machinery, equipment, vehicles, buildings, improvements, and land, you will only have cost values recorded. So while it is great to look at the QuickBooks balance sheet, you will have to use an Excel or Word document or work with your local extension educator to have a really complete one done once every year. In this video, we looked at the most important reports that QuickBooks offers: the profit and loss statement, the 1099, and the balance sheet.